So I bought these earbuds from Nuheara, the original IQBuds, about I guess about a year ago. I did it sort of out of curiosity to see whether or not the product would help my hearing and at the same time be able to take away the noise of the environment. So if I was in a restaurant or if I was just sitting around with a bunch of friends and there's ambient noise in the background I wanted to sort of get rid of, I was trying this. So anyways, after I guess almost a year of using them, I can tell you that it's actually, they were actually pretty good. I used them quite a bit. There were some things which impressed me, and then some things that simply didn't. The things that didn't impress me at the time were things such as sort of a hollowness, an echoing of noise. Your own voice would sound as if you're in a chamber, or at the same time other people's voices would sound as if they were high-pitched. But at the same time, I did see the value in it. It seemed quite interesting to me at the time. So, parachute forward, and there's these new IQBuds, which are the IQBuds Boost, and I got those as well. I have to tell you, this is absolutely incredible. And I don't say that easily about any product. These truly are an enhancement to your hearing in ways which I can't express easily, except to say that when someone talks to you, their voices sound exactly as if you weren't wearing the IQBud Boosts. So that's an incredible thing. There's no longer any tin canish to their voice. Their voice sounds natural. Likewise, so does all the ambience. So does everything else. You go through and you have your ears assessed through the app. It tells you what your hearing looks like. In my case, I have some problems with the pitches, the high pitch. And then what happens is it then adjusts the IQBuds Boosts to conform to your hearing. Now, that may sound a little bit far-fetched, but it actually works. This thing actually gives you hearing that you had never heard essentially before. In my case, the high pitches. Shortly after putting them in my ears, I was able to go outside and hear birds that I hadn't heard in, I would have to say, probably most of my lifetime. I was able to hear across the room the slight air sound coming from my air purifier, which it was on very low, therefore I wouldn't hear it normally, actually ever, but now I was able to hear it for the first time. That's quite incredible for anything that I've ever tried before. Certainly even the IQBuds, the predecessor of this one, couldn't do that. But this Boost, just incredible. Likewise, when it comes to the overall ambient noise, there are ambient noises. There's all types of things. As you can imagine, there's wind in the background or there's people talking. And this actually eliminates some of those noises but amplifies others. So in my case, high pitch is something I didn't get, so they gave it to me. And I think that that's just outstanding. Probably the next thing I really liked about this is that for the first time when I was walking, this is weird, but it's true. When I was walking, I could actually hear my feet, hitting the floor in a way which I'd never heard before. Or when I threw a piece of paper on a desk, not throwing it, but just slightly moving the paper on the desk, I would hear the paper actually against the desk. It's really hard to understand this, but it's incredible what the IQBuds Boost does for you. And in terms of longevity in your ear, the comfort level, I found the other IQBuds, the original ones, with sort of a plastic cap that interacts with your ears, that fills your ear. It lasts probably an hour or two with them, and then I started getting a little itchy and irritated by them. So with these ones, what I have found instead is that I wore them yesterday for, I think it's about 5 or 6 hours, with absolutely no problem at all, with no problem, no discomfort. Probably the last thing I'll suggest is that if you've never tried an earbud before, an IQBud from Nuheara, I would strongly suggest that you try the IQBuds Boost. A little more money than the original IQBuds, but whoa, is it ever worth it? Now, I'm not being paid any way, shape, or size from Nuheara, trust me. This is just because what I felt was I had to express what it did for me. Your experience may be different than mine, but I'm a very pessimistic character when it comes to technology. I don't easily recommend technologies, but this one I'd have to tell you is one I would strongly recommend for those who want to experience something that they simply haven't experienced before. You will absolutely be amazed, I believe, once you give these things a try. And by the way, when you do finally put them in your ear and you're outside, let's say, and you're hearing all these noises, ambient background noises of just being outside, go ahead and actually press that button on the right ear that turns the world off and shock yourself, because you will be. The IQBuds, the older ones, they provide the ability to block out the world. But these ones just take it a step further. It blew me away how it could actually block out everything. It just seems unreal. Anyways, so there you are. I hope you find this informative. And so then, have a good day.